Okay, we're gonna resume testing. Now here's the deal. I'm gonna put more flame shocks out, okay? I'm gonna try to spread them. I'm gonna use chain harvest as well to see if we can get maelstrom generation. This is the build that I'm going. The reason I'm doing aftershock, I want more earth shocks. The more earth shocks I get, the more I can use wind speakers. I also got the legendary on. Legendary making chain harvest. It's gonna spread those flame shocks. It's also gonna riptide. It's also gonna make it so that flame shock reduces the cooldown of chain harvest by 1 second. Okay, so we're gonna see how it flows. Okay, that's the goal. That's the goal, okay? None of this riffraff, though, okay? We're going to try to make it work. Otherwise, the 2-set, 4-set is, as we know, one more time. While your fire elemental is active, your lava burst deals 20% additional damage, and you get lava surge. Again, we do not want to waste those lava surges. It's very important we use those on, like, ASA freaking P. Then, 4-set, casting lava burst extends the duration of your fire elemental by 1.5 seconds. If your fire elemental is not active, lava burst has a 20% chance to reduce the remaining cooldown. We're just going to use the full package here, okay? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Plain simple. Yeah, the glasses, yeah, you redeem those, okay? No spreading those things. All right, ready? Here we go. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to pop it. I'm going to start out with a lava burst insta. I'm going to start out with this, and we're going to check our maelstrom. It's at 10. This is pretty decent. Pretty decent. I'm going to get lava burst on cooldown. Earth shock to get another lava burst. We got 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 another earth shock. We got another lava burst. We got another earth shock. We got another lava burst. We're doing pretty good. We want to make sure... Oh, another lava burst. Another lava burst. The rotation for Elemental Shaman has never been easier. Lava burst. All right, now we're going to earth shock into another lava burst. We're going to... Oh, there's another lava burst. We're going to earth shock. Another lava burst. Another lava burst. Okay, this is the proc rate we like to see around here, boys. I like what's happening. I like what's happening. Every time I get to the max maelstrom point, I'm pressing the button. Now, you might say to yourself, well, Tiqqle, you forgot Chain Harvest. Chain Harvest is back. That is going down in cooldown pretty quickly. If you watch it, it's already down to 1 minute 3, and I'm just pressing Lava Burst. I'm keeping a permanent Ellie without using... Skybreaker. That's my goal because I don't want to use Skybreaker. Okay? I honestly don't really want to. I think there's other more fun things that we can be doing, and I honestly can't stop pressing that button. Now, like, obviously these are dummies. They're not dying, so my flame shocks are staying up. But damn, that is pretty nice. And it feels pretty nice. Flame shocks are going down on targets. We get Chain Harvest back out. Does decent damage. Maelstrom is super duper high. Dude, that's actually pretty good, to be honest. And I'm literally just spamming the button of Lava Burst, which is the only button any LA Shaman wants to play. They're like, dude, I just don't really care. I just want to press that one button. I get it. I understand. Maelstrom generation is super duper high. And it's part of it is, though, the 2-set. The 2-set is adding a proc. Just enough proc to make it so I'm literally not pressing any button. And to be honest with you, every day I woke up and I pressed Lightning Bolt, I hated everything. Okay, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't very happy. And that's been for quite some time. Legion was last time that I've Lava Burst like I am right now. Okay? And I feel like I'm shining right now. I feel like I'm glowing a little bit. I think this is really my destiny. Because that's pretty nice. Now, someone might say, well, Tiqqle, you're just Lava Burst. Why are you getting so excited? Well, the fact is, people have been saying that the single target damage by... Dude, what the hell is happening? The single target damage by LA Shaman is lacking. And you know what, dude? You're probably right. Like, it has been kind of poo-poo. But if you're just Lava Bursting, I know you feel... Two things are happening. If you're Lava Bursting, you're actually getting a lot more Maelstrom generation than Lightning Bolts. Over time, like, I haven't Lightning Bolted a single time, which is insane. And I'm, like, capping Maelstrom. So that's something to think about. The other thing is, dude, I haven't even pressed Ice Fury. I cannot press any buttons other than this. You might be saying, oh, well, you know, you're not going to be able to flame shock this many targets. Yeah, but, like, then maybe I could press another button. I can't even Stormkeeper. All right, got it off. I still can't get it off, though, because I get an Earth Shock, spend a Lava Burst, do another one, another Lava Burst. Now Max Maelstrom. I'm doing a bad job, apparently. My Fire Elemental is back up, and this is pretty nice. Does this actually seem good? Well, the thing is, like, the question I would have is like, this doesn't mean that we're actually going to do more damage, right? Like, that's I guess my point is the rotation is like mindless right now, especially if I just keep those like 5 targets. Like, you know, I almost casted something else. The question is the damage there with the lava burst? And maybe it will scale better because of it always critting. Maybe the damage scaling will be better, but yeah. Like pressing 3 buttons, we're warriors now. Well, everything, all the flame shocks are gone. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the question. I know a lot of people... Okay, you bring up a good point, Mr. Dad Dude, is do we want to be this playstyle? I don't think we are allowed... I mean, we can complain about whatever we want. But I don't think it's fair to say, hey, dude, we haven't had proc damage. We haven't had, like, good damage. Like, you know, consistent damage. And now we have lava bursts literally vomiting out of our face. And then we say, like, I don't know. I think it's good. A ranged DH? Okay, stop it right now. I like it. Because if you think about it, I'll give you 2 different play styles. I'm obviously hitting 4 targets. I'm not. We're gonna change it up. Okay. We're gonna go ahead. I'll hit just. I'll dot 2 targets. By the way, Fire Ellie was out that whole time. That was without using Skybreakers. Now you could argue Skybreakers is gonna give us some more damage from the flame shots. But dude, I literally just pressed those buttons. Yeah. What does the CD drop like when it's hot? Okay, so the point was, if I use Skybreakers, this isn't going to increase my crit rate, though. This will just increase the crit damage when it crits, right? So that's something else to keep in mind. But, so, now, yeah, superior brain power, right? So if I use, let's say I just use a few targets, right? So let's go ahead and use Fire Alley. Again, we want to use the 2-set 4-set to keep it up, as Mom taught us, right? So I'll keep those 3 flame shocked. Okay, we have 3 flame shocks out. That's only 3. I'm lava bursting my heart out. With just 3 targets flame shocked, a little bit different than 4, but we'll go down to 2, and then we'll go down to 1. Right now, I'm lava bursting my heart out. And I'll be honest, from a PvP perspective, the flow will be nice because you're not going to be able to just do this. And if you can, the other team's going to get exploded. And that's good, dude. That's actually nice. Because Lava Burst does do decent damage, but it's not doing, like, overwhelming damage, which is probably why people still say that Ellie's damage is, like, underwhelming. So now I'm going to dot 2 targets. So this is 2 targets. So now I can cast something else barely. Right? Well. And... yeah, so I'm still, like, kind of keeping it going. I do have, like, a free global up almost. So, yeah, is it, like, a good rotation? I think yes. I would rather this be the rotation, to be honest, than have it be super involved with fillers. I like the idea that Lightning Bolt, like, this is the first Lightning Bolt I've casted, is a super big filler. I like that. Now it's actually what I should do is I should go down to 1 target. Because my goal was, can I keep it up? Can I keep my Fire Alley up with just 1, or how many targets do I need to maintain that? So let's go ahead. We'll just use this 1 target, and we'll see if we can maintain the Fire Alley. And of course, part of the reasons that we're here talking about this is because of Venthyr. But to be honest with you, the Venthyr aspect is so minor right now. This could be any of the Covenants. So I'm going to keep 1 Flame Shock up. Now, can we keep the Alley up? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I think it is a chance, right? So I don't think that we're going to be able to keep him going. It'll be pretty close, though, if I can keep him going for the same duration of time that the cooldown is, right? Okay, so he lasted, like, almost the duration of the cooldown, but that was with, like, 2 targets. So, like, you won't be able to keep up an infinite elemental with just 1 target, but it's, like, it's decent, right? And the damage of Lava Burst is, again, remember, like, some people are saying, like, oh, but this is just doing, you know, this is just Lava Burst, it's not doing that much damage. Well, while your Fire Alley is out, your Lava Burst will deal 20% more damage. So that is pretty nice, right? And then also doing Lava Burst will get the Fire Alley out. So the Fire Alley will be focused on as a bigger offensive cooldown, which I think it should be, because that's one thing I know from a PvP side I see people do all the time. They just pop Fire Alley and they just go, Like, I don't know. Like, it's going to do damage. I'm going to do damage, and it's going to be good. It's actually a major cooldown. So, I think Windspeaker plus the 2-set, 4-set together, pretty dope. I think that's going to be the go-to in general. Now, if you look at my talents, I didn't use Ice Fury once, so maybe I shouldn't go that. Maybe I should go as Primal Elementalist. Well, bad news. Apparently, the 2-set, 4-set is still bugged with Primal Elementalist, where either the mana, like the Primal Ellie, uses all of its mana, and then it's like just sitting there doing nothing. Yeah. Or, and yeah, so it's kind of sad, right? But to be honest with you, if we don't have a permanent Ellie, and we will actually recast it, I forget if they fixed that bug too. But maybe we can test it out, because like I just said, I didn't press Ice Fury, barely any. So then I could go, the other option is Surge of Power. Great question, right? Okay, well, what are my options? Well, I don't know. It doesn't do that much more. I never casted a Lightning Bolt, so I'm not going to get that benefit. But I will get reduces the cooldown of your Fire Ally by 6 seconds. That could be good, too. That could further reduce the cooldown. Therefore, I don't need to make it so that it's 100% uptime. I can just refresh it. So, all right, we'll show what that looks like. Let's use only one target. Right? So our goal here, again, is to see, hey, what's the flow looking like? Can I get some more benefit? Now, if the only benefit I'm getting from that, and by the way, look, I'm already casting a bunch of lightning bolts. Disgusting, I know. If the only benefit I get out of it is reducing the Fire Ally cooldown, I don't know if that's really more damage. I want more damage, right? So Primal could give me that. So Earthshocking. So that took off 5 seconds or 6 seconds or whatever it is. So you want to use those fire procs, by the way, instantly, because I don't have a timer of when the next one's coming, and I know that the 2-set is giving me that proc. See, like, there's the proc every 6 seconds. So I got to make sure I dish those out, like, immediately. So I'm actually going to wait for the next proc before I use this one for my legendary. I'll eventually get a timer or something. I also, by the way, don't have the right conduits on, so it's actually making my Fire Ally test harder. I probably should go change that. But it's hard mode, right? I don't have the Fire Ally. Oh, that's an overlap. Whoop. Yeah. So I actually don't even have, now that I think about it, dude, I don't even have the duration is increased. So if I actually throw that in, 44% longer? Dude, I'm trolling, man. I don't even have the conduit. No. Good call. Good point. Actually, let me make sure. Oh, no. Wow. No, I wasn't. So let's go ahead and change it again. What's your haste at? My haste is at 30 or 23%. Wow. Okay, so I threw on the Call of Flame conduit. I think I want to try this. Let's go ahead and try the Primal Elementalist. I think like I'll be able to keep the Elemental up pretty consistently with just one target. Now again, like I mentioned, I'm purposely trying to not use Skybreakers. Not because I think it's bad. I just want to use the other options that are available, right? Oh man, we're getting a lot of procs. So the bug with the Fire Elemental in the past, just so you guys know, as I'm kind of like just doing this, is it used to be that the Fire Ally, the Primal Fire Ally, and I think it's still this way, he would use all of his mana. And when he used all of his mana, he would just sit there. And he would just stand there. He would look good. Like, don't get me wrong. He would look good. But he would just stand there. And that's pretty sad. Right? Okay. So I'm out of procs. Min-maxing these procs is actually going to be a really big deal. Good news, boys. There's the Fire Ally. The Fire Ally is not going boys. The Fire Ally is not going So that bug is resolved. That is huge news. Because that was a really bad meme. That was a terrible meme. That was just awful. So now I got the Primal out. He's doing the Lord's work. It's actually pretty good. You can see his cast there. He's casting alongside me. We're twins. Meant to be together forever. That's pretty dope, I gotta say. And I think the only downside is I can't see the duration of how long he's going to be up for. But I'm not really too worried about it. You know, he's got my back. I got his back. You know, that's how we roll. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to just keep it going. It looks like I am able to sustain this, and I do get a little bit more buffer now that I put in the conduit. So the conduit's a huge part. Don't forget about that, especially if you're testing, if you're trying to figure out what the heck's going on, okay? He's like a 1600 healer, out of mana in 30 seconds. Yeah, that's true, dude. Just don't press. Don't press. I even forgot what it's called on Disc Priest. You can tell me. You can let me know. But anyway, so yeah, it looks like I can get pretty much perma Ellie. And he's up in 25 seconds. And I think Aftershock plus Windspeakers is just going to be really dope. So yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of people say that Ellie's single target is lacking still. But to be honest with you, these buffs do seem pretty nice. I don't know about the damage overall, but 20% increased lava burst damage while Fire Ellie is out. And as you can tell, I'm literally only pressing mainly lava burst, and I'm happy about that. I don't think any, well, some people probably will be. Everyone's always, you know, many people are unhappy. But yeah, the primal fix, that is the good news for the boys. So I would say, in general, single target damage, this is what you're going to be rocking and rolling. Because, this is my guess, right? Like, let the sweaters figure out the numbers game here. But this is what I would say. Now, the thing I will, but let's, hold on, wait a minute. Let's point out one thing. Half of this was supposed to be talking about the Venthyr Legendary. That's a half of what we're supposed to be talking about is this. Because Blizzard made it so that when I use this button, watch my Maelstrom. Actually, let me do this. Let me just quickly spend all of it. Okay, at 2 Maelstrom, I'll cast Chain Harvest. Chain Harvest now gives me Maelstrom. It gave me 20. Is it good? Is that nice? It's nice. And spreading those flame shocks is cool. But I'll be honest with you. And every crit of flame shock is nice. But it is pushing me towards using Skybreaker. But I don't even need Skybreaker anymore to reduce the cooldown of my Fire Ellie. I don't need it anymore, right? So the only thing that Skybreaker would do, it would make it crit more, right? And if flame shock crit more, then I would get more Chain Harvests. But Chain Harvest to me is not that desirable. It didn't hit, it still is, it didn't hit that hard, right? Let me actually figure out, let's actually look where it did damage, right? Because I don't even think it did that much damage. It's actually got 7 seconds left, so we'll give it a second. Because, yeah, Chain Harvest did 6k. No one's getting excited about 6k damage on 5 targets, right? So, it's not gonna, that's not enough. If generating Maelstrom is not enough, Blizzard, I need a 30% increased to damage on Chain Harvest to make this even desirable to press the button. Okay, and I know Resto Shaman's going to be able to do 50% more damage with it because their id scaling is better. But please, Blizzard, if you want us to play Venthyr as an LA Shaman, you got to throw us a bigger bone than just Maelstrom, seriously. Because to be honest with you, after testing this out just minimally, right? We're just looking at the surface here. If I went over, and I can't switch gear because the game will yell at me. If I went and maybe used Skybreaker, I could see the cooldown of Chain Harvest going way, way, way down. But to be honest, I don't even care. I would much rather have Ice. I mean, I could just have Ice Fury. No, I can't. Not in a Mythic Plus situation. But you know what I mean. So I think that's kind of where I'm landing with Venthyr. But this was an awesome test in my mind of Fire Ellie. How to make that really work out. Especially when you can basically maintain 100% uptime without using Skybreaker. So that opens up a whole of opportunity, right? You can use Elemental Equilibrium, you can use Windspeakers, you can use the other one that's every Lava Burst has a chance to proc Ascendance. I would love to see some testing done with that. Tiqqle, can you do that in your next video? I'll work on it. But yeah, so that's what I'll try to do. But yeah, I think that's where I'm landing. TLDR is Windspeakers is going to be awesome and very, very powerful with the 2-set, 4-set, amping up that Lava Burst damage 20% and another 20%, as well as Sky Fury and all these amplifiers could be really strong for Ellie in PvP if they leave us alone. Now that we have Flame Shock protection, I think Ellie could be a pretty big banger come next patch in PvP. In PvE, I'm hoping single target. The Lava Burst spam, I'm hoping is good. I'm hoping it's good. The only other thing we haven't talked about is Ascendance for Ellie. I want it to be good. I want it to be good. Tell me how it could be good and we'll test it out, okay? Seriously. But that's what I would say about this build. All the questions being brought up about Venthyr, about the new change for Ellie, and Windspeakers. So that's all I will say about that.